Good evening, everybody. Let's get started. Thank you so much to all of you who've joined me today. My name is Sian Thompson, and I am a very, very proud brand ambassador and independent consultant with Arbonne. So I'm here today to share with you the brand that is Arbonne, everything about us, the products, the business opportunity, and a little bit about my story as well. Because in these recordings, we always share our stories because quite often they can be an inspiration or it can help you see how this business could be a fit for you. So there is nothing I love more than to share Arbonne, as I've seen with my own eyes hundreds of times how many times it's just changed the lives of so many people that I know and so many families as well. And if someone's invited you on to listen to this call, then please see it as just the most massive, hugest compliment going, because the beauty of Arbonne is that you get to choose who you work with. And if that person believes in you and they believe that you've got the attributes and the skills and the ability to make this business a success, then they will absolutely have invited you on here. So very huge welcome to all of you new faces on here. It's lovely to see you and to be with me this evening. So listen with an open mind. No one grew up wanting to build an Arbonne business other than independent consultants' children that are now beginning to grow up wanting an Arbonne business, because simply for most of us, it just wasn't on our radars. But it happens to be the vehicle that we least expected that has taken us from where we were to where we wanted to be. So just have a think whilst I'm sharing this information with you. If money and time were no object, what would life look like for you? So I was introduced to Arbonne when my youngest was 1 year old. Some of you may resonate with me on this, but he'd never slept through the night in the whole time that he'd been on the planet. Just put in the chat if you've had a baby that's not slept through the night, because you will understand. So I was chronically sleep deprived. I'm also a chiropractor and I love my career. So some people build an Arbonne business to escape their 9 to 5 or their awful boss. But some of us also love what we do, but we don't necessarily love the lifestyle that it provides. And that was certainly me. So I was and still am self-employed. And for any of you who are self-employed, then you may understand this. But I had to be on the side of a bench adjusting patients, for there to be money coming in, essentially, at the end of the day. I can see a hairdresser on here. Let me just move. Who else can I can see another chiropractor on here. Just put in the chat here if your income is tied to the time that you have. So if you weren't at work, is there still money coming in, basically? So I had to be there for the money to come in, and I hadn't had a day off sick in 10 years. Holidays were so limited because when I was on holiday, there were still bills to pay, but no money was coming in. And the biggest kick in the teeth came for me when my son was born, and I had to go back to work when he was just 5 weeks old because there were still bills to pay. So my career, like I said, was heavily linked to time. Sadly, most people's are, whether you're self-employed, salaried, or you work an hour, you get paid an hour, how many paychecks you've got to come before you retire, you could probably sit there and work out for me. And also how much time off you're going to have before you retire as well. But the difference was that I didn't want to put my life on hold until I was 66 and ready to start enjoying it. I wanted to build that life now. So being in a situation like this can really trap you and prevent you from living the life that you truly, truly deserve. I read a book many years ago called Rich Dad Poor Dad by an incredible author called Robert Kiyosaki, and he explained the concept of time freedom and how that wealth is creating an income stream that isn't attached to time, and we're going to explain a bit more about that tonight. So there I was, sleep deprived Sian, working 40 hours a week seeing my patients, 20 hours a week on the business side of things, and all the tasks involved in running my own clinic. My husband was in the RAF, so I don't know if there's any military people on the call, but he was never at home. My mum and dad lived 3 hours away, so they weren't around for any childcare either. And in the hope of creating an income stream that wasn't linked to time, in my genius wisdom, I decided to start a business selling marketing materials to chiropractors. So I'd end up going to trade shows at weekends as well. So all alongside this, anybody raise a hand if they know what I mean, but alongside this, also trying to maintain a marriage, a social life, exercise, drink 2 litres of water a day, and be the absolute best mama I possibly could for my baby. So is there anybody else that feels like they're in the same boat as this? And there are two things that I really want you to take from my story. Number one, what you see now, this is not what you'd have seen all that time ago when I started my Arbonne business. And number two, please don't anyone ever tell me that they don't have time to start an Arbonne business, because there are so many of us that have proven that you absolutely can do it around a hugely busy career and family as well. So I decided the one thing that could make my life better was to get some sleep. Then I'd have some more energy to actually change my life. So I took my baby to a well-known pediatric chiropractor in the hope that she would perform some magical adjustment and miracle and suddenly get him to sleep. She checked him over and said, Sian, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. He's just one of those babies that doesn't sleep. But you need Arbonne in your life. As I remember thinking, oh my goodness, poor Debbie, her clinic must be going down the Swanee if she's having to put lipstick on people around a kitchen table. I was like, I did not go to university. I'm so arrogant and in my own ego. I didn't go to university for 5 years and become a doctor to put lipstick around people around the kitchen table. I'm disgusted with myself, really disgusted with myself now. And also, there wasn't room for anything else in my life as far as I was concerned. I had no idea of the income opportunity that was available with this business and building an Arbonne business. And so I also felt I'd never want to sell. I'm not a salesy person, never want to sell to my patients. So I was like, just like smiled politely and said, oh, thanks, but I'm okay. And I left. So fast forward a few months later, and I was at a conference and someone said to me, what's this thing that Debbie's doing? I said, oh, it's Arbonne. And he said, I've no idea what Arbonne is, but in the last year, she's been to New York twice, the Maldives, plus they've had a family skiing holiday, and she's cut her hours in half. And I literally, you could have heard my chin hit the ground. I was just, cue me frantically messaging Debbie, please can we meet and you can tell me more about Arbonne, because she'd managed to create everything that I was really looking for. So at that meeting, Debbie shared with me all the information that you're about to hear, and that information really changed my life forever, for the better. And I made the decision there and then to build an Arbonne business, and I've never looked back. So since then, what I've earned and what I've learned in Arbonne has allowed me to cut my clinic hours down to 18 a week. We now have 3 boys, not just the one, and I've been there for all of the first. I can go to the swimming galas, I go to the rugby matches, the violin recitals, the rock band performances. They go to a beautiful private school, and unlike many other parents there, I didn't panic when the government said they were going to add VAT onto school fees, increasing them by 20%. I'm just working my business a little bit more diligently to cover it. So we have several holidays a year. I always make sure that I earn the Arbonne incentive trip to a 5-star resort every single year. More on that later. We'll tell you about later. But the thing that makes me the proudest is that 4 years ago, when my husband was it makes me emotional just thinking about it. My husband was in the position to retire from the RAF, and at the time his mum had terminal cancer. And I had the ability with what I'd built with Arbonne to say to him, it's okay, babe, I've got this. And to bring him home has meant everything to our family. So, woo, have a little drink, Sian. Didn't even think I've said that so many times and I'm getting emotional now. How crazy. I think I'm a little bit hormonal. Period's about to start. So I've created a life for my family on our terms. I'm there for my kids, my husband and my parents, who've now moved just 3 minutes away, just down the road, because my poor dad has Alzheimer's. How different could your life look in 3 to 5 years if you decided to stop watching Netflix 5 to 10 hours a week and start building an Arbonne business instead? So without further ado, please, can everyone just say a little prayer to the universe that this is all going to run smoothly and my slides are going to come up beautifully. Maybe not. It's all good though. All flipping good. I can't do that. I always think this is a PowerPoint and it's not. I'm not going to faff around and fanny around, but you're going to be able to. Can you just, Amy, can you just give me a thumbs up that you can see that all right, my darling? Thank you, love. That's very, very helpful. So Our Arbonne story. So, Arbonne's mission is to empower people to flourish with sustainable, healthy living. We believe in supporting entrepreneurs who become a community where wellness is a way of life and doing what you love naturally leads to success. So, our philosophy embraces the relationship between honoring our product heritage as the original clean. We are the original clean products. Conscious sustainability practices and connecting people to an exceptionally nurturing support system with committed, incredible leadership. So, Arbonne was the brainchild of an exceptional, forward thinking man by the name of Peter Mork. So, Peter worked with a Swiss skincare brand in the 1970s, and he started to notice that they were putting all sorts of chemicals into products. And he had the foresight back then in the 70s to think, this perhaps isn't healthy and it's not really going to be very good for people in the long term. Obviously, people are so much aware of what's in their products now, but back then in 1970 odd, it really wasn't a thing. So in 1980, he decided to launch a range of products that were botanically based, but with super high-end formulations that didn't contain any of these harmful ingredients. So like I said, we are the original clean beauty brand. And Petter said, when I dreamt of Arbonne, I wanted it to be a place where people could flourish. It was all about the people for better. So Arbonne is a place, he also said this, Arbonne is a place where ordinary people do extraordinary things every day to enhance not only their own lives, but also the lives of so many others. And just, he's the most beautiful guy. Sadly, he's passed away, he's no longer with us. But his son is still very much involved in the running of the company as well. So we share as Arbonne brand ambassadors clean consumable products to improve people's health and show others how they can build a business doing the same thing. So, next slide, clean, conscious, and connected. That's annoying me there. That's not coming up nicely for you, but I'm just going to ignore it. So, clean, conscious, and connected. These are our three brand pillars. So, firstly, as I've said, our products are clean. When I started Arbonne, people were starting to read food labels, but because I'd always worked in natural health, I was already reading beauty product labels. So, at the time, this is hilarious. At the time, the only thing that I'd ever put on my 1-year-old skin was extra virgin cold pressed organic coconut oil. I mean, hilarious. No Johnson's and Johnson's for my precious little bundle of joy. But when I found Arbonne, I found that Arbonne had an ingredient list of over 2,000 ingredients that were not allowed anywhere near the products. And I was like quite simply blown away by that. Any product sold by Arbonne has to adhere to this strict ingredient policy. So just to put that into context, Europe has banned a list of 1,400 ingredients out of products. By the way, little sidelight, we're not actually in Europe anymore, in case anybody didn't notice, so you don't necessarily have to stick to that anymore, which isn't a good thing in my eyes. Canada's banned 600 and the USA the USA only 11. So to ban 2,000 is way above and beyond. So we are vegan, we're gluten-free, we're dairy-free, we're non-GMO, no artificials, colours, fragrances, flavors or sweeteners. We're kosher. We're never, ever, ever tested on animals. We're PETA approved. We've got informed sport certifications, and we're halal. We're not all these things because they're trendy right now. Okay, all these things are very, very popular right now, but we have been doing them since day one, 44 years ago. So secondly, we are conscious, okay, and this couldn't be better exemplified than by the fact that we are B Corp certified. Just put a little trying to think of a symbol. Yes, if you know what B Corp certified means. If you don't, then I'm here to tell you all about it, because I think this is the next biggest thing in business. So for anybody who isn't aware, this is a global certification to show that a company meets the highest standards of social and environmental performance, transparency, and accountability. So essentially, a company that put the people and the planet at the heart of absolutely everything that they do. The polar opposite of many companies that rape and pillage their workers and the environment as long as they're making a profit. So it's really, this B Corp certification is really not very easy to obtain. Over 200,000 companies have registered to get it, and only 4% of those actually have the stamp. And Arbonne is the highest scoring beauty brand with that B Corp certification. I mean, flipping heck. Just to give you a few other examples of B Corp, just so you can sort of see you can kind of understand the type of companies that they are. Innocent, the juices and smoothies, Ella's Kitchen, Proper Corn, that make that really nice popcorn. Method, the cleaning product. I'm doing this like I'm squirting a bottle to clean you all. Method. Tom's, those cool shoes, they give a pair to everybody, someone in Africa every time they sell a pair. Abel and Cole, Patagonia. Chloe, very nice, high-end fashion brand. Kit and Kin, I absolutely love their nappies, and the Jamie Oliver group as well. So there's some really, really, really exciting groups and companies in there. So consumer consciousness is increasing dramatically, and it really makes me and my clients proud to support a brand that champions change and just has such an ethical mission. So finally, community. Since the pandemic, people value community more and more than ever, and in today's digital world it is becoming more and more scarce. So community and connection are everything in Arbonne. This is evident not only in the support that we give to our customers, our clients, but the culture that we have as a group of independent consultants. So Arbonne is owned, just going to a little wiggle here, Arbonne is owned by Group Rocher. You may or may not have heard of them. They looked at hundreds of companies in the network marketing space before they decided to buy Arbonne. Group Rocher are a very cash-rich company in over 100 countries, and their CEO said that you can invest, they had a lot of money to invest in a network marketing company. They said you can invest money in a globalization plan, in IT systems, in all sorts of other things, but you cannot invest money in culture, and that's why they chose Arbonne. And that just makes my heart sing, because it just stands by what an incredible company and what incredible people we have in Arbonne. So I've never ever experienced culture like that of the Arbonne people, and they say that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and that makes me excited, because Arbonne people are literally the kindest, most generous, humble, courageous, authentic. Like, put me some words in here, people, if you're in Arbonne and you know these type of the people and the type of things that describe them. Like, they're heart-centered people of integrity, that like the most wonderful people you could ever wish to meet. I've met my absolute ride or dies in this business, and I could cry again when I think about how grateful I am that I've got these people in my life. Like, so much so I even named our 3rd baby after one of them. So why wellness? Here we go. Are we good on that one? Someone give me a thumbs up that they can see that one. All right, thank you, my love. So in the past year, 74% of the UK population have felt so stressed that they've been feeling overwhelmed or unable to cope. I don't know, you may be one of them. Do you ever feel stressed? Do you ever lack energy? Do you sleep well? Are you motivated? Do you have fun? Like, fun is such a big part of my life. Do you lack confidence? And how do you feel in your own skin? So how you feel really matters. Your well-being matters. Like, I know this more than a lot of people, being a chiropractor. I see it every day. And again, since 2020, more and more people are looking for ways to improve their wellness and get healthier. So this is great news for our customers, because we absolutely have the solutions that support their well-being. And it's great for us as business owners as well, because the wellness industry is absolutely booming. So the biggest segments within the wellness market are personal care and beauty, followed by nutrition and weight loss. I mean, can you just fall off your chair just thinking about, because that leads me nicely on to our products. So clean and results driven. Lovely job. So our products, we have a range of over 450 clean plant-based products. They're in 4 main categories. Are you ready? Skincare, so all sorts of stuff, anti-aging, men's, babies, acne prone, you name it, we've got a skincare range for it. Bath and body, so things like shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, toothpaste, that sort of thing. Cosmetics, and our biggest range is the nutrition range. So this includes things like multivits, gut health products, adaptogens for stress relief, collagen builders, for sports range, greens powder, you name it, we do it. So there really is something for everyone. And I'll just touch on our 30 Days to Healthy Living or Thrive program, because it's something that I've taken hundreds of patients through, and I've just had the most phenomenal results, not only myself, but also for my patients in clinic as well. So it's a guided approach to lifestyle changes to improve overall health. If you've ever felt like you know what you should be doing, but you aren't doing it, or if you don't really know what you're doing, and you want to improve your health, then this is absolutely the program to help you, and because it gives you the tracks to run on. So you simply remove foods for 30 days that aren't serving your body, and you utilize some of the Arbonne nutrition to increase nutritional load in your body, and then also support your elimination organs in order to help remove toxins. So basically, in a nutshell, it balances the body. So it balances your blood sugars, it balances your hormones, it balances your pH. And my two favorites, absolute favorites as a chiropractor, it balances it reduces inflammation. Like the majority, like, yeah, well, literally every person that walks through my door in the clinic is in an inflammatory state. I would say probably, I mean, I'm taking a wild guess here, but probably 85 to 90% of the population is in an inflamed state, and it leads to so much diseases of lifestyle. So the other thing that the program does is that it improves gut health, which has a huge knock-on effect on things like your digestion, balancing your weight, helping your immune system and your mental health as well. So even if the business is for you, which it absolutely will be, don't you worry, speak to the person that got you on this call and get started on that program, because yeah, it will create a health transformation for you. So not only do we offer a full money back guarantee for 90 days since you bought your product, that's something that we offer on all the products. If you're not happy, you can just send it back and get a refund. But everybody loves them, so we never need to do that anyway. But if you're thinking the business could be for you, then get your head around this. So how many of you have taken a shower today? Put a little hands up if you have. Have you put on skincare today? Have you put on any makeup? Have you used any nutrition products? So the average woman uses 26 personal care and nutrition products in a day. 26! And you guys, 15, apart from Daniel Jenkinson, I can see you there. I reckon you're well up to 35, 40. So think about it: shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, cleanse, tone, moisturize, deodorant, toothpaste, hand soap, hand cream, hand soap, a multivitamin, probiotic, an energy drink, a collagen supplement, and I haven't even opened my makeup bag yet. So these products are notoriously, if they're from other companies, full of toxins. So our job is to help our clients make a safer, healthier swap to better products. So business 101 to you guys is that you want a consumable product, a product that people will buy, they fall in love with it. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, it's run out. I need to buy it again. Oh, I love it even more. Oh God, it's run out. I need to buy it again. And so they have this, they become loyal consumers of our products. And every time they buy a product from Arbonne, they're linked to you. Every time they rebuy, then Arbonne send you a commission as a thank you. Far better than to be selling a consumable product, like a non-consumable product, sorry, like a mattress, or you're selling casserole dishes. Like my mum's been married for 40 years, my mum and dad, they've got casserole dishes from when they got married. Like those bad boys last a long time. So it's those consumable products that create that reoccurring income. You do the job once recommending the product, and then you get paid over and over and over again every time they order. This is very, very different to selling cosmetics in a skincare in a department store. So the girls or guys flog their butts off, spending time with the customer to make their recommendation. They get that commission once, or sometimes they don't even get that commission because their monthly sales have to go over a target. But the next time that person then goes into the department store, if there's someone else on the till, then they get the commission. And it's very similar with an affiliate link as well. It's a one-time commission. So this is a far, far better concept. So moving on, the concept. Oh, this makes me do a little bit of wee in my pants when I talk about this because I get so excited. So the concept of network marketing. So this is the slide where it all absolutely clicked for me. I thought, this is absolute genius. I'm all in. Network marketing companies are simply companies that operate by word of mouth referral. So have you recommended anything in the last week? Like, is there a Netflix series that you cannot get enough of? You're just binge watching it to death. A restaurant, somewhere you've gone to pick pumpkins with the kids. Like, what have you been doing that you've been recommending? I had the most stunning, with Lucy Jackson, we had the most stunning, beautiful tapas meal last night. I'm literally still full from it, but the place was a vibe. Like the service was out of this world and the food was to absolutely die for. So what do you think I've been talking about all day with my patients? So I've been telling people about it all day, authentically, because I loved it. So I'm sure some of them will end up visiting the restaurant, but the restaurant owner for certain won't be sending me a check next week to say, oh, thanks Sian for sending that family of 10 in that spent 500 quid. And also, like Arbonne, they won't be sending me something every time they go to that restaurant. So the reality is that we're all doing network marketing, but are you getting paid with it? You want to be in a position where you are. So if we go back to our friend in the department store, this is traditional retail here. So the manufacturer makes a product. Can you see? I don't know if you can see my little cursor there, but in traditional retail, the manufacturer makes a product. They sell it to a wholesaler. It sits in the warehouse, and for some products, because they've got I nearly swore then, because they've got loads of preservatives then. By the way, preservatives are on Arbonne's not allowed list. They can sit on those shelves for several years. So you then have the advertisers, TV, social media, celebrity endorsements. Someone's getting paid millions to say that they're worth it when they've never dyed their hair in their bathroom in their lives. So this all takes huge amounts of money, and the product then goes to the retailers. So they've got to kick that out. So they've got to pay the rent, the rates, the shop fitters, the salaries, the sick pay, the maternity pay, the white coats, the beautiful fish tanks. And then eventually that product gets into your hands as the customer. So what I had no idea until I saw this slide, Debbie showed me, was that 75 to 80% of the cost of that product, so what you pay for it, goes to the wholesaler, the warehouser, the advertisers, the retail, so the middlemen and women. So this doesn't leave much left over for the contents of the bottle, the quality of the ingredients. Many of them are bulk filled, the science that goes into the formulations, and the testing that goes into it to prove its efficacy. So the network marketing route underneath there is very, very different. So Arbonne is the manufacturer. They have their own manufacturer. Then an independent consultant like me or some of the others on this call, or whoever introduced you to this call tonight, via word of mouth, recommends that product either in person or online. The customer then buys the product online, and it is shipped directly to the customer's door, and the independent consultant gets a thank you commission from Arbonne every time they buy. So the independent consultant doesn't have to deal with any stock. They haven't got a garage full of, I don't know, protein shakes or anything like that. They haven't got to deal with any staff. They haven't got to deal with any cash. They haven't got to do any deliveries. It's all so sleek and so looked after by Arbonne. So the best part is that 75 to 80% cost of that product that is sold goes into three wonderful places. Number one, it dramatically reduces the cost of the product to the consumer. So that, for my skincare friends, if you were selling Arbonne night cream in Harvey Nicks, it would be retailing at well over £500 a tub. What do you have in night care as a tub? Is that what is that thing? That anyway. Instead, it's retailing at prices similar to Clarence and Clinique, so a lot more affordable for a far better product. Number two, we can have much, much better quality ingredients, no more bulk fillers, a lot more active ingredients, so that the product actually does what it says on the tin. So they're formulated by global experts in the integrative medicine and the holistic health field. So they get the very, very best scientists to work on formulating our products so that they work, and more research and development as well as scientific testing to make sure that they are the real best of the best. And the third place the money goes to is to Arbonne then paying the consultants lucratively for making that recommendation every time the client orders. So how it works. Shop, sell, earn. So what we do, we buy products for ourselves and as samples to share with other people, and we share the products and the brand we love either face to face, or you can do it online as well. Either way, whichever you decide to do, we have a system for that. We help our network purchase products via a link. Honestly, it's so bloody easy and slick. You're like, oh, I think you'd love this product. You make up a link for them, send it to them. They go and tap on the link and they buy the product. It's so easy. It's incredible. So, or they decide to start a business and then join our community of independent consultants as well. So we earn commissions on those sales of products that we sell, and then also on overrides from our team's sales. So how it works. So you start your Arbonne business, and along with the coaching and training from your mentor, please understand this, like, we have our own Arbonne businesses, but we are not in business by ourselves. There is always somebody there to help and coach and guide or mentor you, to show you the system of success and how you can build this business. So you start your Arbonne business, and along with the coaching and training of your mentor, you go to work and you start sharing the products, and you start talking to people about how they can start their own Arbonne businesses and how they might want to buy the product. So you literally earn that right way around? Yeah, you literally earn as you learn, because you can't learn this business without doing the do. You just get to work with somebody showing the ropes. They do it for a little while, you copy, and then they slowly you do a little bit more. So what's important to remember is that some people will buy the products and become clients. It's your job to then give them exceptional customer service, because that's what Arbonne's about. So we earn either 15 or 35%. I mean, that's whacking, guys. Percent commission on every product sale. This is absolutely vast compared to the 3 to 4% that our department store friends receive. So in fact, I was talking to a lady the other day that works for Space NK. So she works for Space NK. You'd think a really nice company to work for. And she was saying that they no longer get any commissions on product sales at all. So to give you a little idea of numbers, if you sold 4 of those 30-day kits, so just one a week, you would earn £218 in commission alone. And our commissions will get paid every Thursday. So if you want to earn right now money, we can show you how to get out there, get talking about these products, and get people buying them as well. So how it works then, if you then want to build a little team. So some people will decide they want to start their businesses, and with the help of your mentor, you'll coach and train them to share Arbonne with their network of people that they know. So some will say yes, some will say no, but simply your job is to share the information and then let them decide. So what I love is that this is not high pressure sales. So we don't want someone to just buy a mascara to get us off their backs and then we never see or hear from them again. We're looking for people who genuinely love the products, because they're the ones that are going to order over and over and over again. And similarly with building a business, so I'm not going to drag someone over the line to start a business with me, because that's just going to be a drag all the way along. So we want people that are excited, and like, they might be absolutely SH1T scared, but we're there to hold their hands and help them grow their business. So over time, your customer base and then also your team will grow. So you can make a few £100 a month quite easily in product sales, but growing team is literally where the true time leverage comes in. So I just want to explain the concept of compounding to you, because this for me was absolutely key in my understanding of how this business works and the potential of what I could create. So as a lot of people think that you need to know a lot of people. A lot of people think you need to know a lot of people to be successful in a business like Arbonne, and that's just simply not true. So you start this, just you and your mentor helping you. You're spending about 10 hours a week on your Arbonne business. You get talking to people, and over time, you help 4 other people to start their businesses, and Arbonne then pay you an override for helping these people build their business. So there's now 5 of you. You and your 4 friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're doing 10 hours a week, but they're also doing 10 hours a week. And so you're getting paid on 50 hours a week. You nurture your people, you teach them to do what you've done over time. They introduce 4 people each. So they then introduce 4 people that you didn't even know before you got started. So there's now 21 of you. You're doing 10 hours a week, but you're being paid on 210 hours a week. Wow! Numbers get crazy. These people then shown how to build their business, they're shown what to do, and they find their 4 own people, and now there's 85 of you. So you're doing 10 hours, but you're being paid on 850 hours. So Arbonne pay their top leaders up to 6 generations of people based on the principle of 4 introducing 4, etc. This is 5,461 people in your team. Like, work that out on the hours that you're then getting paid for. So this is based on multiples of 4, but Arbonne don't limit you. They will never say to me, Sian, you've spoken to too many people about Arbonne. Too many people have joined your team. We're not going to pay you anymore. They don't limit the number of people that you can help build an Arbonne business. So imagine if you coach people to find 5 or 6 or 10 people each. So what the compounding effect of that is. So what I love about the Arbonne compensation plan is that it's 100% effort based. And this is really important to me, because if you're putting in more effort and you're building a bigger business, then you can overtake the person who introduced you. And there is nothing fairer than that. I believe it's 100% effort based. So it's not a fixed structure, it's totally dynamic and it moves around. So find your place. Oh, I've missed a slide. There we go. There's with your 5,000 odd team members, and you're selling products as well. Okay, so find your place. Here we go. So how can you get started in Arbonne? Firstly, you may just want to become a client. That's absolutely fine, so clients are people that pay the standard catalogue price for their products. And as a consultant, we earn 35% commission on these sales. Or if you're buying products, to be honest with you, you're better off becoming a preferred client, which is that second line, because for £10 a year, you can get 20% more you get more than that if you buy can't think of the word, bundles of products. So you pay £10 for a year and you get 20% plus off of all those products as well. And to be honest with you, you probably get your £10 back in buying just one or two products because of the discount that you're getting. You also get free products and free shipping with qualifying orders. And as consultants, we earn 15% on these sales. So pretty nice, hefty commission that Arbonne paying you, because we've not got to pay the people to say they're worth it, because we're worth it and you're worth it as well. So sorry, I'm just feeling a bit dry. So for those for those clients who absolutely love their products and they want the convenience of having them delivered to their door on a subscription, can you just put down here, anybody who's got a subscription? Let me just tell you, I'm just going to recommend, love a bit of word of mouth marketing. I have no affiliation with these companies. Who gives a crap? Toilet paper, amazing subscription service. Who else is there? Small, I get their dishwasher tablets. He's potty trained now, but we used to get the kit and kin nappies. So many people buying so much stuff on subscription because it's just easier and simpler these days. And what I like about the Arbonne subscription as well is that it, like in other places, it's been really complicated to cancel it and what have you. This is so simple. So they want the convenience of having these products delivered to their door on that subscription service. You can choose every 30, 60, 90 or 120 days. You can change the order at any point within a couple of days before, and this is called our replenish me service. So you don't pay any more than you do as a preferred client, but the qualifying order for the free product and the shipping is a lower threshold. And you also get a £40 voucher on every fourth order as well. So in my eyes, that's a no-brainer as well. But if you are thinking, there is more to life than I'm currently living, and you're willing to work consistently, to be coachable and build something with leverage, then independent consultant is where you want to be. So for £79 annually, I think it's even reduced down to £50 this month. We're in November, for anybody who's November 24, if anyone's seeing this at a later date. So for £79 annually, you can start a business with Arbonne. And I would also definitely encourage you to buy some products to use yourself so that you know what you're recommending and to share with other people as well. However, there's no maximum or minimum amount as far as Arbonne concerned that you spend on products. Arbonne will give you your own personal website. Like, this is all for your £79. I bought a website for my clinic about 15 years ago. 15 years ago, it cost me £2,000. I mean, it's crazy what these things cost. You get it included in that £79. You get your free coaching and your training from your mentor, the ability to earn these incredible incentive trips that I'll talk about it more in a minute. And also, your business can become a willable asset as well. I'll explain more about later. And this is the key: unlimited earning potential. Like I'd say, Arbonne will never say you've got too many people in your team, you've got too many customers, we're going to limit it. It's completely unlimited. So your earning potential. There we go. So please take a look at earnings.arbonne UK for our published average earnings. But guys, who wants to be average? Let's be honest. In Arbonne, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about what we experience on the ground. So in Arbonne, there's 4 levels of management. So district manager, area manager, regional vice president, and national vice president. These are geographical. Okay, it doesn't mean to say you can only work in this area or this region or whatever. You promote through these levels depending on the sales volume going through your business. So that's all that it depends on, the amount of product sales that goes through your business. So the first level is called district manager. As a district, people earn between £50 and about £800 a month. It takes 5 months on average in the UK to get there. I think I did it in 3 months. You could do it in a day. Like that's just the average. So the next level is called area manager. So as an area, people earn between about £400 and £2,500 a month, and it takes on average 19 months in the UK to get there. And like I said before, at the area manager level, your business becomes willable. So what this means, ladies and gents, is that you can write your Arbonne business in your will, and if something happens to you, Arbon will pay your paycheck to whoever you will it to, and it can be passed down multiple generations. So that means that you can build a business with Arbon that allows you to build a legacy for you and your family's future. I mean, what job can you get that will continue to pay you after you're gone? And this is just like the level of the incredible company that Arbon is and why I love it so much. So the third level is called the regional vice president level. And as a region, people earn about £1,500 to £8,000 a month in the UK. It takes on average 39 months to get there, again in the UK. So what's that, 12, 24? Yeah, a little over 3 years. And as an RVP, Arbon will also give you £635 a month to buy or to lease a white Mercedes of your choice. So Arbon's an invisible business. People can't see Sian's Arbon shops popping up everywhere. So they give us this award in recognition of the hard work that you put into growing the brand and then leading your team. And the top level of the company is the national vice president level. So as a nation, people earn £9,000 a month plus. So it starts at £9,000 a month. And as I said earlier, there is no limit to what you can earn from Arbon, and many national vice presidents earn many, many, many multiples of this. So it takes on average 57 months to get there. The VP Success Award for the Mercedes is £770 at this level. And also Arbon takes all the MVPs to Maui in Hawaii every single January for their leadership meeting. So Arbon also offers incentive trips to all independent consultants. I work my business damn hard every year because I always want to earn these incentive trips. Last month, my family and I were taken to the Atlantis in Dubai. We just had the most incredible time on Arbon's dime with all the other incredible Arbon consultants and their families. And I had a little look as to what this holiday would have cost us, and it would have been £10,000. And I earned that through Arbon, through working my business. So what I love about Arbon is that this can be anything that you can choose it to be. Anything you like. Some people build their business for 500 quid a month. Some people build it for £50,000 a month, and it's really up to you. So join the movement. Okay, so Arbon currently operates in six countries: the UK, Poland, Australia, New Zealand, USA, and Canada. So what this means is that you can sell products or set up a team in any of these countries. So when Arbon launched in New Zealand, I got on a Zoom call with the one person that I knew in New Zealand that I used to go to school with. We were really good friends at school, and she decided to start an Arbon business as well. She saw this same presentation and she got started straight away. So I now have a team going in New Zealand. When I go to sleep, they wake up and I've never even been there. So that's really the power of the internet and what we can create with this business. So who do you know in these countries who might be interested in clean products and changing their health, having a health transformation? And who do you know in these countries who might want more time or an additional income stream? So what excites me the most is that Group Rocher, our parent company, has infrastructure in over 100 countries. So where could they be taking Arbon next? Because you want to be there starting your organization. We are a 44-year-old company with the stability and structure and systems in place who is about to go global. We are the right place and the right industry at the right time, in my opinion, with the best company on the planet. So come and be part of us. We'll teach this with us. We'll teach you the schools. Just bring the effort. So anybody can start an Arbon business. Hang on a minute, I lost my thing. I love it that Arbon is so diverse. So we literally have people from 18, you have to be 18 to start an Arbon business, into well past their 80s, and with people from all backgrounds, so doctors, lawyers, stay-at-home mums, students, investors, all sorts. And the idea of job security these days is quite honestly obsolete. So I have friends working in corporate, working very, very, very hard, being paid for 35 hours a week, but working more like 60. And they're getting made redundant left, right, and centre, having worked for these companies for years. And quite honestly, CEO money that you can earn with Arbon would be impossible for them to achieve, unlike in Arbon, where it is a complete level playing field. So on top of that, if you hadn't noticed, the gap between what people are earning and the cost of living is getting really, really small. So I was listening to a property coach recently who said people should have 6 different income streams. I mean, I've got some work to do, flipping heck. I personally think you should have at least 2. But let me ask you, if your income stopped at midnight tonight, how long could you survive on your savings? And this is a big one. This can hit hard, but if impact hit, so job loss, illness of yourself or a loved one, divorce, a global pandemic, are you prepared? Because if there's one thing I've learned is that impact will happen. It does hit. So it's so much better to be prepared now and have it and get it ready now rather than when you need it. And finally, are you living full out? Like, do you feel like you were made for more? Because I promise you, you were, all of you. But maybe you've just not quite found your route to more yet, and this is what this can be. So the beauty within Arbonne business is it's low startup costs and low risk. If you change your mind, the worst that can happen is that you've got some ultra premium clean products to use and 35% discount for the rest of the year. So I'll just close with some of the common objections that we hear in Arbonne. I don't know enough people. I've already covered that one. Basically, you've got to get 4 people to join your team, and then you just show them how to find their poor people. You really don't need that many people. Number 2 is I don't have enough time. So, oh my God. Can I tell you as well, there is never a good time. Like, there is never a good time to start a business because life is always happening, and it's life's just happening to everybody, and something is always going on. All it takes is just 3 hours a week, and often in mine and many of our cases, this is just broken down into 15-minute sections. You do have the time. I promise you, we can show you how to create the time. I don't have enough money. It's £79 to get started. You know, you buy products anyway. What did your last bad night out cost you? And another one we get is, I'm not a productive person. Like, I used to wash my face with shower gel, and there are still mornings when I wake up with yesterday's makeup on my face. Like, I'm not a productive person. But what I did want was to change my life. And I saw the evidence. I knew if other people could do it, then with time, then so could I as well. So following as well is what I believe is most people's most significant objection, but they are never able to say it to themselves, let alone say it out loud to somebody else. And that is, I'm just too bloody scared, and I'm afraid to make a fool of myself. I'm terrified of failure. And essentially, I'm really scared what people think of me. And my answer to this is that most people will hardly think anything at all about what you're doing. People only care about what is immediately important to them and their most loved ones, and everything else basically is casual entertainment for them. You know what I mean? Unless they can think of any other ways that you can completely transform your life over the next few years, then just politely tell them to jog on. Simple as that. So I want you to get in touch with the person straight away. Message them now, call them now. If you've got a tugging in your heart that you think that you could do this, tell them your thoughts, tell them your fears, get the answer to all your questions, and just get started, because that person will hold your hand every step of the way, and it will be the most inspirational journey you would have ever seen. So you've got everything that you need to make this successful in like the tip of your little finger. So don't ever doubt your abilities to build something huge with this incredible gift that is Arbonne. So I cannot wait to hear about all your successes when I next see you face to face. Please come up and tell me about the success that you're making of yourself in Arbonne. And thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you so much for listening. Take care, sweet dreams, and good night.